Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for joining us for the CEO conference call this evening. If you are in a position to, we do ask that you turn on your camera so we can feel your amazing energy and see your wonderful smiling faces. If you are not in a position to, that is perfectly okay. You can comment and ask your questions and participate in the chat below. If you have a question, just hit manage participants and raise your hand. We'll acknowledge your questions there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for our CEO conference call this evening. And now I turn it over to Miss Grace Sandals.
Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, to our CEO conference call. I'm about to get out of the way of greatness very quickly to introduce to you the man, the myth, the legend, the CEO of the ATSJR companies, the millionaire maker, the gentleman who knows all things business. That's what I say, okay? Because anytime I go to him with a business question, he knows, okay? We call him Infinity and Beyond, Buzz Lightyear, because he knows a lot of things, a.k.a. Google, all that. But the gentleman who always has the best pillows, I'm going to steal him for real. I'm going to come get him. Has the best pillows in the background. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Antonio T. Smith, Jr.
I sure appreciate you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I have a lot of great things to say tonight and the good things. Where is our IT guy? Tell him to get ready for next week. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding. You let him know that I said that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a wonderful thing. I'm going to move out the way of equal greatness and move out the way so you can hear from Tempest. And I immediately want to tell all of you that now is your time. But in the meantime, I will let the lady with the curly hair and the beautiful earrings tell you more. Tempest, take it away.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for joining us on this Sunday evening. Hope that you all had a great day and had a great week and all that good stuff. I hope, Antonio, you're talking about building a foundation, right? Okay, great. So I'm going to take 2 or 3 minutes to talk about why you should not underestimate the importance of having a solid foundation. I don't know what Antonio's going to talk about. He sent that text, just popped in my head, so I'm going to roll with it. Who knows what's about to come out my mouth, but let's go. So what is a foundation? If you've been on the call for a couple of weeks, you know that Antonio said that I'm buying a house and it's being built from the ground up. So I understand a little bit more about structures of a building, etc. So a foundation is reinforced concrete that should stand the strain of a building. It should keep the structure stable throughout the duration of that building's existence. Its main function is to support the building. Yes, I'm talking about a building, but I'm also talking about you and your downline and your business and yourself, actually. So 2 things that I want to talk about as it relates to a foundation or a solid foundation. Your strength and your stability lies in your foundation. So when storms come, when it's raining outside or you have Hurricane Harvey pouring rain for 48 hours straight, your foundation should hold up your building. Your downline should hold you down when you can't get on the phone, when you can't submit names, when you can't work your business. Your downline should do that. When life happens, when troubles come, when emergencies pop up out of nowhere, you should have a solid foundation so when the storm comes, you're not losing your mind. It's why we have more personal development courses in this program than anything else, because if you aren't strong enough, if your development is weak, how on earth can your business grow? How on earth can you build a downline? How can you motivate other people when your foundation is rocky? In the Bible, Jesus talks about someone building their house on sand. Yes, Antonio, I'm going here. Jesus talks about someone building their house on sand and someone building their house on rocks. And the person with sand house didn't stand up because they put it on something that was weak and something that can blow away easily. But when the person put their house on rocks, they had a solid foundation. So when the storm came and when the winds blew, the house didn't blow down. They had a solid foundation. Or is your foundation strong enough to handle months when your downline is tripping and ain't bringing nobody in? Is your foundation strong enough to handle when life blows life in your direction, when cars break down, when houses have emergencies, or when people are supposed to pay bills and they suddenly act like they don't understand how to pay an invoice for services that was rendered to them? Is your foundation strong enough? Number two, I only have a 2-point assignment. Number two, most of your surface issues are actually foundation issues. Most of the time we get weak and we get tired, or there's a little crack in the walls in our house and we think we can just patch up the crack. But the actual issue is down in the foundation. So maybe you're having a stressful time and maybe your finances aren't what they want to be. Is it really your finances, or do you have a much bigger problem? Is it really your business not growing, or is it you in your way? I think I saw Pastor Adele's wife Sarah share a post about maybe you're not getting blessings because you talk too much. Are you talking yourself out of blessings? Are you talking yourself out of a solid foundation? Are you talking yourself out of a successful downline because you told yourself you're not going to make it? You told yourself people like you don't make it out the hood. You told yourself that you're going to try this out, but you don't really believe in yourself. You must have a solid foundation to make it in this business, to make it in your business, but most importantly, to succeed in your own life. If your foundation, if your personal development is weak, everything around you will crumble. You must have a solid foundation, or the winds will blow, storms will come, and they will knock you right off the little pedestal that you think you are on. I don't know why you're here. I don't know what's driving you to this business. I don't know who invited you, but get your foundation solid first, because without it, you will make it to the top and you will crumble. And we will use you as an example on another call. I promise you I will. I know somebody who said that they made it to the top of multiple companies, but guess where they are right now? At the very bottom of nothing, because they had a weak and sandy foundation. Build a solid foundation, ladies and gentlemen, so you can withstand the business that's coming to you. Antonio, back to you.
That's absolutely fantastic. So I'm gonna hit it with the same energy that you did. Your lipstick is popping, by the way. Fantastic job. Yes. Fantastic job there. What's the name of that lady that sang that song? In the locker room, my lipstick is popping. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Looks like Lil Bow Wow. Y'all know that lady.
Lil Mama.
Lil Mama and Lil Bow Wow look just alike, but don't worry about that. All right, here we go. I want you to fix what I want all of you to develop a top 1% mindset. I want all of you to focus on that. Write that down. Put it in the chat. Write it down. I want you to put it in your notes, and I want you to screenshot it and save it on your phone. I will develop I have a top 1% mindset. Put that down. I don't care how you do it. Put it in the chat. Put it in your phone, wherever you do it. All of you are asked by the universe to say, I have a top 1% mindset. Do that. Thank you. Write it down. Then take a picture of it too. If you wrote it down, if you're a pen and paper person, if you don't carry that tablet everywhere, or that planner or whatever it is, take a picture of it. I want you to develop that mindset right now. I want you, but you can't develop the mindset if you don't follow instructions. Okay? I'm not telling you to follow rules, but you need to follow instructions. Tempest just told you that you should probably follow instructions to build a foundation so you're not at the bottom of nothing when you used to be at the top of everything. Okay? Now that you know that, I'm going to shift real quick. Well, I'm not shifting, but I'm going to shift and tell you there are about 5 major things that we're doing, but I'm going to tell you 3 because they pertain to you. Thing number 1, I'm not me, actually. There's a guy on the call. His name is Satish, but he's not going to talk on this call. He'll talk next call. His name is Satish. We have been all in doing very hard work all week. That's why anyway, all week. And I have him making us like Apple. Who has an Apple device? Raise your hand. Show me some. Okay, good. I got a lot of Apple users. Now, if you have an Apple device, not only are you very satisfied, let me just tell you, okay, you're very satisfied with your product, but your Apple phone communicates with your Apple or your Apple Macintosh, which also communicates with your iMessages, which could be a whole different product by itself. And if you, for whatever reason, have an iPod, they would communicate. And if Apple were to make a refrigerator, Tempest would be able to use her thumb and open up a refrigerator, and warm bread would come out somehow and come to her with ease just by the phone. That's what Apple does. This is what happens. That being said, we are building an Apple-like foundation with Richest. Okay, an Apple-like foundation. Here's what that looks like. Your classes that you take are going to have a new platform. We'll deal with that later. And that platform is going to be able to communicate with the platform that you have to sign up people for your downline. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. All right. I'm saying that when you go get somebody, that software is going to integrate with your classes in itself. The way, and I can't take credit for this because that's why you hire somebody smarter than you. And we'll do a full, well, not a full presentation, but we'll let you hear more about this. But just think about having one user login, one profile that controls it all. And those 2 platforms communicate with each other. So the moment Liddell signs up Teresa, and then Teresa signs up in the Richest, Teresa automatically has a business university profile. Automatically. One thing handles one thing, and she doesn't have to worry about going to a certain place because all her everything is where everything was when she first entered. Think about it as if you have Android, you take your phone and then you go to the Google Play Store, or if you have Apple, you take your phone and you go to either Apple Store or iTunes, depending on what you're trying to do, or Apple TV now, because Apple just have more features than Samsung or Android. But don't mind me, you Android users, you're doing the best you can with what you have. It's all right. It's okay. It's all good. Then on top of that, I can't stress this enough how much I want Pam Norris to be the #1 salesperson, or Corey Peters, or Charmon, or Rakeem, without selling a thing. I can't stress to you how much that I have labored my brain to it fell out. I had to push it back in my ears just to push it back in. I'm literally trying to figure out, how did Steve Jobs create a supercomputer and let 80-year-old people run it with their thumb? That Steve Jobs still doesn't get the credit that he deserves. It's going to be 100 years from now when we realize what Steve Jobs did with the iPhone. We're just not ready to admit that all of you have a supercomputer in your hand right now. Your phone, whether it be Android or Apple, is more powerful than the computers that sent men to the moon. And it's thumb operatable, and that's crazy. It's so crazy that if all of you hold up your phones right now, go ahead. All of you pick up your phone. Doesn't matter. Pick up your phone. All of you just pick up your phone. I want to show you. Now, this time I want you to pick up your phone as if you're browsing. I want you to text something. I want you to go to the internet. So go ahead, turn it around, put it on. And this is how much the world has changed. Right now, your thumb is on the right or left, depending on what phone you have, supporting your phone. Your pinky is spread out just a little bit, just to make sure your phone is acting like a tripod, and you have 3 fingers supporting the back of your phone if you were to actually start browsing, and your thumb will rule the world. And I don't care who you are, male, female, whatever your religion is, we are all equal at the phone. Okay. Some of you Baptist folks should have heard what I just did there. Let me try that again. This time I'll unbaptist it. I'll unphone it, and I'll put it in the church world. All of us are equal at the cross. When you put a phone in your hand, all of us are equal. Period. Doesn't matter. Donald Trump used his phone the same way you do. It's the truth. It's the truth. Obama, shirtless, no socks, eating papaya somewhere in Hawaii, uses his phone the same way you do. And I've asked our IT for y'all to do the same thing. How can I get Pam Norris to sail like Antonio Smith with her thumb? Boy, I just said something. You ain't got to be NASA certified to go to the moon no more. Pick up your phone, type in moon, and thou shalt be there. And that's what I want to do. Well, that is what we're doing with Richest. So where you're going to be able to make massive sales by pressing your thumb. Nothing more. Somebody said, okay, I was waiting. It's done. Infrastructure is a real big deal for me. Now, that means platform had to speak with itself. Richest software had to speak with itself. And the new blankety blank software that acts like a sales funnel, we'll just say that, has to speak with itself, and all 3 of these have to communicate. All 3. All 3. Got that? Yes? Good. Good. In addition to, anybody know what a CRM is? Customer Retail Manager. Infusionsoft, ever heard of that? Basically, when Charmone uses her thumb and get 1,000 people to join in one day, she's going to know where all 1,000 people are, and this company will too. And all 1,000 people will get top-class customer service, and all their products sent to them, and all their training sent to them, so they can train for their company and train to put another 1,000 people in Charbon's downline. And all 4 of these things talk to themselves like Apple talk to itself. That's happening right now. 2 things I'm going to say, and I'm out of here. Simple, I'm mute your mic. I'm going to let you pick. Am I going to say the Joel Osteen thing? I have to say it anyway. Or am I going to say the Antonio T. Smith Jr. thing? Which one first?
Joel Osteen is Antonio T. Smith Jr. So.
Fair enough then. Well, which one you want first? The punch you in the face thing or the punch you in the eye thing? Because they're both the face. It's up to you. You pick.
I guess punch me in the face first.
Outstanding. Thank you very much. I sure appreciate you. Build your foundation. Go find you one person. This is the punch in the face thing. You're in the right place at the right time. You should probably go find you one person, just one. Forget 9. Forget the contest. One person. If you already got one, go find one more. Just go find you one person that you're going to say, you know what? Me and you, bro. Me and you, sis. One person. Can you commit to just one person? That's your foundation. I'm making it very simple. One person. One person is all you need to change your life. Everybody follow me? You should. You should be. One person. Because once I'm done, it's going to get out of control. And people are going to pass you up. You're going to be the athlete who didn't go to the weight room. All that talent, and you didn't go to the weight room and practice and lift. One person is all you need. That's your foundation speech. One person. One person. That's it. How many of you are willing to commit to one person this week? Just one person. Where would you be if you never quit on you? I want you to ask yourself that. If I'd never quit on me, where would I be? Some of you would already be billionaires if you didn't quit on you. And you know it. Now, the I. Here we go. Very simple. By now, for some of you, it should be getting hard. Not the business. You should be figuring out that some of your friends ain't the friends you need to get to the next level. Let me put my microphone a little closer. Some of you should be figuring out that some of your friends is just drinking buddies now. Some of your friends you're only supposed to see on Christmas and Thanksgiving. That don't make them good or bad. It just means that the universe now requires you to have new friends. That's why every time you try to get them to share that status about your product, they don't do it. The universe is trying to tell you, stop it. You stop trying to get them to support you. I know I'm talking to somebody. With that being said, on the same energy that Tempest was on, hear this very well. We do know somebody that was at the top of a lot of the stuff. Well, plenty of somebodies. But hear me well. Hear me very well. They call me crazy. They say, boy, you take it too long, again. This ain't gonna work in. All sorts of crazy stuff. You know why, Pam Norris? because they wanted me to rent software for $10,000 a month. That is stupid. And I can't wait to tell y'all how many times that is stupid. Liddell, every time you see me, I'm going to tell you to rent something that someone else owns at the tune of 5 figures a month is stupid as hell. Do you understand? I can't wait to tell you every single time. I can't wait to tell you that. But that's what the middle class think. The middle class think, you know what? That's a good look. Let me go ahead and rent this house. Let me lease this mortgage from the bank. Let me tell y'all, I cannot stress to you enough that Bank of America rents where they bank and convince you home loans is what you need. Somebody gonna catch that. They don't even own where they give you the money at, but convince you to go in debt so you can own what they're gonna try to take from you. That's dumb as hell. It's dumb. That's dumb. Can we put this in the chat so we can save it? Yes, sir. You sure can. So check it out. This is the simplicity of the entire situation. I ain't want to rent nothing. I wanted to own it. Now, what's better? Having some software that y'all can't control and still sending people to think if it, or making my own stuff and having all of it integrate together? Think in the top 1%. Well, all of you do that right now. All of you. It's how I started off this talk. It's time for you to develop a top 1% mindset. It's the last thing I said. So I will tell you 2 things. This is the second half of the second thing. I'm on some Tupac Shakur stuff in 2020. I am. I'm telling y'all right now, I ain't, this is the first time I said it out loud, so my team ain't heard this. This is the first time I said it loud. I have the spirit of Tupac Shakur all 2020. I do. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Don't even matter if you know them. You heard of them. And I need you to process this one thing, Darren. The only reason you heard of Tupac, and the only reason he's regarded as the greatest rapper alive, is because in the span of 3 years, my man dropped 4 movies, 2 books, 6 albums. And y'all not dropping 1 video a day? Four movies, 6 albums, 2 books in 2.5 years. That's the spirit I'm on, Charmon. And to prove that to you, I done wrote 6 books. 6. 6. 6. One of the books is 63,000 words. The other is 95,000 words. Just to give you an idea, standard book, that's 611 pages. Small print. I'm currently writing 3 albums. I'm currently building 6 more businesses to supply and to do 1 business. I'm currently doing 3 major investments. And I want all of them done in 2020. Somebody missed what I said. I'm on some Tupac energy. If I die in 2020, I'm going to die with 6 books, 3 albums, 5 more businesses that support one, and then majorly invested in Ice Buddy and a few more. What I'm not going to do is die with food stamps. That's all I got to say. Build your foundation. You got one opportunity. Go get one person. It's not like you can't do it. It's the only network marketing company in the world that's free to join. And right now, y'all got 90 to 120 days before I start telling the whole world what we doing. Your church deserves you to be a millionaire. Your church can use your tithes. Your church can use $100,000 a month coming in from you alone. Your mom can use a new house. Shout out to Tempest. She just did that. Your wife, she can use you bringing her home. Your husband can use the stress of not being at work. Your kids can use the medicine. I don't know what you're fighting for. All I know is I'm willing to die for mine. Tempest, back to you. You got the last words.
Okay. I hope that you believe in yourself and your dreams enough to go find one person. I joined a network marketing company that asked me to find 24 people, I believe. I hope you find the strength and the courage and the self-esteem for the God of the universe to go get one person and set your dreams on fire. Tell the universe that you want whatever it is bad enough that you are willing to go find one person and then help that one person find one person. And Antonio, you tell me it only takes one person to change your life, change your downline, blow up your income. It only takes one step to set your dreams in motion. You can go from dreaming about it to actually living in it. And every one of you on this call or listening to my voice deserves to live your dreams in this lifetime, not die and have someone speak about your potential and hope you get it right in the next lifetime. And that's all I got for you. Antonio, I want that pillow. There's 2 pillows behind you that's kind of shiny. I want those 2. If you can forward them to my address, I would greatly appreciate them. Thank you.
I think you're telling me here.
Yes.
Is this it? Yes.
Yes.
They feel like they look too. They're pretty cool.
Great. I need them. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, you got to girl up the man cave stuff. You got to girl it up.
No. I want the 2 pillows that you just put your hands on. You find some blue or something and send those my way. I'll text you my new address. Thank you.
I will be obedient and get that done. Thank you very much. Sandals or Gianna, I don't know who closes us out, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to close us out. One person. I ain't got nothing else to say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on tonight's CEO conference call, Building Your Foundation. You heard them. That's all I got to say. You heard them. Thank you all. You heard both of them. Are you okay? Tempest and Antonio. Thank you all for coming out. Go get that one person. God bless you. You can plan better. you can dominate. Have a good
All
night,
right,
everybody.
everybody. Love you more, Phil. Y'all can unmute your mics. Let's send some good energy. Let's love each other.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Amazing. Blow my mind.
Love y'all.
Love you more, Bill.
Y'all have a good night, homies.
Good night.